I just do me, but they sound too much. Chosen one, I don't ever get too far. And my mama said I'm special. If I don't trust you, shoot your metro. Future looking bright, nigga got that glow. Professor X, nigga, all the gifts I show. My life like a movie shot off the hit show. Me and Bless Hands make a bitch get low. James Willis, DJ CEO. Dave hit record, now we on beast mode. Let's go.
Welcome back to the Hit Show podcast. See the subjects below. It's been a little bit since we went live. Make sure y'all share this. If you're on Facebook, share it. Subscribe to us on YouTube. We're doing pretty good on TikTok, Hit Show podcast. Me and Darius got a lot to talk about tonight. So we're going to start off with the Brittney Griner situation. I know a lot of people have been talking about it. Darius been talking about it online. I've been going back and forth with a few people about it. And seems like she's getting a lot of support. And I feel like she was overcharged and overpunished. So that's my thoughts. I don't know what Darius fully think, but that's my thoughts. I know she's in a different country, but that's my thought.
I'm the same way. I think like the punishment definitely don't fit the crime, and that's across the board. So I ain't really talked about it too much, you know what I'm saying, per se. I talked about it with James here and there, but I'm not all up in arms and like fucking taken aback that it happened, because it is Russia and motherfuckers should know better about these other countries that we're going to in their laws, especially with people that have examples from before. So you got like the teacher. There was a teacher out there who had like 30-something vape pens and like some other shit. And they locked that motherfucker up for like 30 years. So it ain't like it's special to her or they trying to make an example out of her. It ain't that. It's just across the board. You got to watch how you move out there when you're in other countries, because you don't want to get locked up abroad. That shit is real. They got that TV show. That show like shit different than out here. You ain't calling your family. You ain't getting no bond. None of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I think, me personally, I'm not like losing sleep about it, but I think it's fucked up.
The thing is, though, let this be a lesson learned. When you're traveling, even if you go into another state, go online, look up what you can have, what you can't have, especially, and then if you're traveling internationally, please even call the airports, the airlines, and ask them, what can I take, what can I not take, so this doesn't happen to you, because this is serious. Over here, she probably just got a fine or something. She probably got a fine. And, I see a lot of people saying if that was LeBron, he wouldn't be locked up. No, he wouldn't be locked up because it's LeBron. There's different levels to celebrityism. Let's just be honest.
First off, LeBron wouldn't have did that shit.
I know. But if he did, they'd have been like, it's LeBron. I don't believe they'd have locked LeBron up. Just my personal opinion. That's just my personal opinion.
I don't play that with a coulda shit. LeBron didn't do it, first off.
Yeah, I know he didn't.
And they got examples of other motherfuckers who ain't as high profile as her that they locked up. So that's just how the law works out there, period. So it ain't like they trying to make an example out of her. A higher profile nigga would get away, because I don't think a higher profile nigga would get away, because they would probably use him as a pawn. They're trying to use Brittney as a pawn too. So
yeah,
I feel her on that aspect and that angle. Like all the patriot motherfuckers that are like, she wasn't standing up for the American flag, blah blah blah. All this extra shit about however her politics is when she was home. Like it don't make no sense for you to even want Russia to have a pawn anyway if you so pro America or patriotic. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers is like so gung ho about being patriots, then you should want any asset, any pawn that the Russians can use against us back home. You don't want that shit over there.
Exactly.
So it's like I see the true colors and the true nature of people with the Brittney Griner situation. But to be fair, it ain't just because she's special, you know what I'm saying? Because the teacher, and I think a girl got locked up out there for a little weed charge for some shit. So it's not just because she's a WNBA player. You know what I'm saying? The timing is fucked up, though. The timing is definitely fucked up because they are making a spectacle.
But the sad part is, from what I've been hearing on TikTok, so shout out to everybody who, since I've been posting this on TikTok, who've been commenting and like me on the situation as far as how they're using her as a pawn. It was brought to my attention that they were trying to get one of their, like a murderer out for her. So it's like, are we going to give them back a murderer for an athlete? I mean, let's be honest, y'all.
That nigga wasn't even a murderer. He was a murderer, but
that's what I heard.
He was like some bomb specialist expert type shit. So it was like way more than a motherfucker murder. He was like some military asset.
I don't think America's going to get that up. But I will say this. If Trump was in office, she'd have been out the next day. Trump would have had her out of jail. Yeah. He would have had her. I think so too. He would have had her out.
His relation with Russia is just smoother than the current administration. So
and I can see that happen. He's more. I think he's more. He's more business minded than politic minded. So he'll find a way to say, okay, well, we'll do this so y'all can make some money. Let her out. He's more business minded than Biden, to me. That's why he made a better president. But I don't want to get into that. But I do want to share this clip because I do got to show it. I'm sorry, that's the wrong one. Forgive me, y'all. I'm sorry. It's been a minute since we did this, but this is it here. Okay, so this is Brittney Griner.
Drug smuggling.
Drug smuggling. They said smuggling, like she was really out here trapping. You know what I'm saying? And that's terrible.
That you know shit is fucking legal out here in America, but over there you got to be fucking careful.
Oh, leave a comment below. Let us know what y'all think about this, and I'm gonna get into the next clip.
I mean, technically, she was definitely smuggling drugs.
Yeah.
You really gonna record me?
No, I'm recording shit. You didn't know.
You really gonna record me?
No, I didn't know. I done flew her all the way out to LA.
You
Come on, FaceTime every day.
I don't give a fuck. And you really taking me all the way back to the fucking airport? You really taking me back to the airport?
Yes, you go to the fucking airport.
And you taking me back to the airport because of what? Tell me why.
Give me no chicks.
I'm not fucking obligated to give you my what?
I flew you out.
Nigga, what are you talking about? Nigga, you're lame as fuck. No, you're lame as fuck. No, you're fucking lame. You're lame. Just take me to the fucking airport. Just get me there. Just get me there.
My crib, checking out, stuff like that, taking showers in my shower.
Nigga, it's my body. What are you talking about?
I don't care.
I don't have to give you my coochie. Are you okay?
That's funny as fuck.
All right, ladies. I'm gonna give you some advice. We have more missing black women in the United States more than any other race. Be careful meeting men online and letting them fly you out because this man could have did something and that lady could have never been seen again. It is a safety issue. Not even being funny, but that could have went totally the wrong way. He could have raped her, killed her, and all types of stuff because she didn't want to give no sex. So don't put yourself in that position. But that is tricking going wrong. This is the second time we did this. Last time, remember, we had Trick Daddy. He's arguing with that girl. He's tricking it, and he was tricking and didn't get no treat. Okay, so I ain't gonna lie, that's his fault. That's his fault. You flew her out. You wined her down, and she stayed at your house. She got what she wanted out of you, and then give you none, and you mad at her. That's your fault, though. That's your fault. Right. I mean, if you got money to do like that, you could have just.
I mean, beforehand,
found something
you
local.
Gotta say, like, you know, I'm getting them cheeks right or whatever.
But she might have been playing like, yeah, you gonna get them.
I don't think she did that.
I don't think so either.
I think he insinuated. He just was tricking and thought he was gonna get the hit.
Oh, that is very, very unsafe for women, and very stupid on his part. So that is another episode of tricking going wrong, and the thing is, from what I've seen, I don't know if this is true, but from what I heard online, when he dropped her off, he had already canceled her flight home. So he still dropped. He's a real asshole. You're gonna drop her off knowing she ain't got the flight home. You cancel the flight home. But if it was round trip, then you can't cancel it if she's already there. So it must have been one way. So he's probably thinking if I don't get some, she's not getting back. He might have been thinking that already.
Mm-hmm.
So he probably bought her one way to see how it went.
He set himself up with the bad intention.
For failure.
Bad intention.
You set yourself up for failure on that one. I don't know what to tell you. But that's something going wrong. So leave a comment. Let us know what you think about that. And we're going to get into these rappers self-incriminating themselves. You know, I feel bad posting this, but we did snitching gone wrong in the G code. It's not even called snitching. It's self-incrimination because all the rappers that are actually in the streets, everything you're doing, actively you're putting in your music and putting it on social media. The police don't have to investigate.
It's right there for them.
I mean, you might as well go do the crime and go turn yourself in when you're done with the crime. People talking about free Young Thug. No, don't free him. He was talking about the stuff he incriminated himself. All they had to do was watch and listen.
These niggas was talking about some take that shit to trial.
And talk about fuck the judge, we the mob. I paid my lawyer for $2 million for the murders. Really? I mean, how much worse can you get? But that has to be mental conditioning or something.
Literally. But what it is too though is us. You know what I'm saying? We champion these artists to be as real as possible. And we done set the tone and environment for it to be like, this is what we crave and this is what we want to hear for these artists to be authenticated. So it's on them motherfuckers just to be bigger than that and be careful, watch their words. But like Lil Durk, he was smart for one video. He said these all props. Shit was still dumb though, for real.
Even if it's all props, you still be telling what he was doing.
Because he basically was telling all the shit. But like just putting disclaimers out, not having the guns in the video that you really use for the fucking murder, using fucking animation. If you can animate the gun now in your fucking hand. Like get creative. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta have all the weapons.
They have water guns. It ain't gotta be real. I've seen a rap video with water guns.
These niggas is just they doing too much and they setting themselves up for failure trying to impress us.
Let me pull this clip
Because
up.
I used to blame the labels, but they ain't fucking labels. It's the fans like that shit.
I think it's both.
Because I like that shit. I ain't gonna lie.
It's it. So this Young Thug, y'all know Young Thug, right? After all the music he's recorded, music videos, all the talent he had, because he was a talented artist, especially what he could do with his voice. He was very, very talented. I mean, he's one of the artists where it's hard to bite his style and try to recreate his style. He was very organic with his music. He just wasn't smart with his street stuff. But as an artist, very talented. But y'all take a look at this picture. This what happens when you self-incriminate yourself. If you're going to be in the street life, like some rappers, they don't talk about no street stuff in their music. There's artists who you would never know were in the streets because they don't glorify it in their music. And also as the fans, the fans have to stop supporting the artists that do this. And the labels got to stop putting money behind them because the labels at fault also. Because I feel like if the label is going to give these guys all this money to put this type of music out and back them, then they should be responsible for when the RICO charge come. They should be responsible too because they're the ones putting the money behind them. So a guy that's affiliated with Young Thug that's done no crime can go to jail, but the person that's putting the money behind them can't go to jail on the label. That don't make sense to me. That makes no sense. A friend of his that was locked up that had just got out that co-founded YSL, they hit him with the RICO. He was locked up during the time they was doing all the stuff. That's crazy. He already did his time.
Calling shots from the
No, he wasn't. He had no. His lawyer said he had absolutely no contact or nothing. I don't understand.
Affiliation.
But he's in prison. He's not doing nothing. This is crazy. But Young Thug did that to himself. I'm sorry, brother. You did. And they said the DA in Atlanta, Fannie Willis, there's 2 more RICO charges coming.
Because these niggas was doing too much, to be honest. Like, you can't be fucking just murdering motherfuckers and starting motherfucking wars and carrying on with your fucking rival artists for the world to see, sending direct threats to this nigga on your IG story. Like, you just really letting the world know that you crashing out when you want to crash out. You know what I'm saying? So art imitates life. I think they literally can't help it. You know what I'm saying? Because they doing that shit so much and they really about that shit. It's just what's gonna come out. They don't know no better.
Well, they know better now.
With that angle though, should art be held against them though? Because at the end of the day,
it shouldn't. If you art,
because I've been thinking about it, I don't think it's confessions now. The more I think about it, that shit not confession.
It's incrimination because it's the thing.
It's not even incrimination because
if you're doing
there's so many other songs in the world that insinuate killing and doing other things, like.
But they're not doing it. It's a
these
difference.
Niggas literally be saying niggas' names and shit.
Right,
Yeah,
like. Okay, if that's the case, then think about it like this: all the rappers should be locked up. They all talk about
that's why
killing,
I was saying
selling dope. So 90% of them ain't never did none of it.
But
they're lying.
If you use one thing against one rapper, I feel like you can use it all.
If they're doing it.
If these niggas don't confess to these murders out their mouth, I don't see how they should be able
they ain't
to
gotta confess.
Lyrics.
They
now, niggas is snitching,
yeah.
Carrying on and doing that, yes. But if they tie this lyric shit and that's enough to convict them, that's some bullshit. Fuck that.
This is what I'm gonna say. I believe in freedom of speech. Y'all know that
dumb that they doing this shit with the lyrics, but still. Yeah.
But see, y'all know I believe in freedom of speech. I believe in it. I believe in you should be able to say whatever you want to say. That's the First Amendment right. And I always say if they're gonna hold your words against you, they need to revise the Constitution. I'm a believer in that. But if I'm committing a crime actively, and I'm on social media with it, and in my music with it, and I'm performing this song consistently, it should be held against you. If you're stupid enough to commit a crime, post it online, put it in a song, and have people chanting the shit, you deserve to go to jail. You deserve it. I don't understand.
These niggas be bold as fuck. God,
I don't think it's bold. I think something's mentally wrong with them.
Yeah,
it's a mental issue.
Yeah, but they bold too because they so fucking arrogant. They to the point to where they don't need to be doing that shit. A lot of them, the younger drill rappers, the environment,
they don't know,
and that's different. But Young Thug and these niggas know better.
Yeah,
he should have been known better. His arrogance got the best of him. But these younger niggas, these drill rappers, that's literally what's getting them to the bag. They ops in the hood that they was gonna kill anyway and just be broke and go to jail. Them niggas is not talented enough to just rap about some fantasy shit. They talented enough to talk that shit on some drill shit about what they really done did and get to the bag that way. And hey, they got the warrior spirit. So if they crash out, they fucking crash out.
That's because with drill music,
it is what it is because they was gonna end up in the grave or in jail anyway.
Yeah. So
a lot of them is that shit different. It's levels to this shit. Know what I'm saying? But Young Thug different. That shit was pure arrogance. It's stupid.
The one I feel bad for is Gunner. He didn't really do nothing. What did he do?
Gunner was rapping about putting hits on niggas and shit too.
But he ain't do nothing. He from the suburbs. He ain't no street dude. He just rapping. Just like all the other, 98% of the other rappers talking about this and that. And if they was really doing it with social media and the way police watch hip-hop, Chameleon told this back in 2005 they had hip-hop police. And so if the rappers really were doing the stuff they were saying, they have a department. Think about this. For artists, when you actually go to copyright your music, it says United States Copyright Office. You're sending your lyrics, your music to the government. before you release your music. Before Chameleon told us about the hip hop police, the copyright office was already copyrighting everybody's music. They've always been around. That really is the hip hop police. Your songs have to get copyrighted and cleared for it to release. This hip hop police has been around a long time. So think about how many rappers is actually lying. Most of them are lying. There's no way you can commit crimes in a song, do it, and send it to the damn government.
Scratch that though, because the way these niggas is getting locked up and dying, they not lying.
I'm talking about the older rappers.
Yeah, the older rappers.
Now, yeah, the older rappers is lying.
During Wayne era and all that shit, them niggas was just raw at rapping. Probably was around that shit, delved in it a little bit, but they wasn't
really in it.
Killing niggas and shooting niggas because they were creative and talented enough to use that skill to get them out of where they was. A lot of the niggas that's in the street now and caught up in that mental shit, like you said, that's where the mental shit come in. Fuck before they even get to the music, because I don't think they lack too much mentality as far as stupidity in the music. I think we getting the best we can out of them niggas. Like, they are putting forth their best effort in the fucking music. You know what I'm saying? And what that is them niggas being vivid as possible and getting to the studio and putting that shit out and trying to be motherfucking real as they can to get to the bag and make it out. That's just how some of them niggas got to do it. They ain't got the talent to just fucking rap to the top of the charts.
Yeah, well, the ones that do, if you're listening, leave that shit out of your music, please, for your own safety.
Yeah, the niggas that can't, man, just learn, try.
And for the rappers,
don't go back to your hood. That's all you gotta do.
And the rappers that don't want to talk about killing and murdering, just become a songwriter and write it for somebody else. Because you can write the song, you can't get RICO'd off writing the song. Well, I don't know. You might.
I was thinking, I don't know how that's gonna work.
You know what? Because they got the whole. I'm sure some of them.
If you really gonna kill a nigga and write about it and try to give it to another nigga, it's like
that's still self-incrimination.
Self-incrimination.
Is that a hit? Mm-hmm. Would that be a hit? If I'm talking about something and I give it to somebody else, and then somebody out that group go commit the crime, is that a hit? Mm-hmm. Instead of me saying it, I'm writing it down.
The fact that we talk about this shit is crazy. That shit is stupid.
Exactly.
But like I said, it's stupid that the fucking lyrics can be used as a fucking self-incrimination. That shit is fucking nuts.
But they do it to themselves.
They is. I admit that. But it's on the other hand, I'm seeing both aspects. It's fucking crazy now. It's some bullshit. They can really take your lyrics and use them against you.
All right, y'all, leave a comment. Tell us what you think about the self-incrimination stuff we talked about previously.
What about Rage Against the Machine? Like all these different rock groups that talk about like just toppling the government and carrying on and doing this and that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but they're not black folks.
And they ain't really doing that shit.
Yeah, they just they're not doing none of it. See, these rappers are stupid. They want to prove I am who I am. Yep. And then this is what happens when you do that. I'm gonna share it again. This is what happens when you prove who you are. Okay? Right here.
Jeffrey.
This is exactly, and I know y'all heard the song. I ain't gonna play it. Rapping from jail. Sound like a damn gospel song. This is what happens when you keep it real. This is exactly what happens. You'll be locked up right here. Just like Young Thug. So all that drill stuff, if you're really doing it, they listen, especially in Atlanta. They trying to clean Atlanta up. So leave a comment. Let us know what y'all think about this. And we about to get into this Ray J thing. Also want to talk about the verses before we get into this situation. But did y'all see the verses with Ray J, Bobby Valentino, Pleasure P, and Sammy? Now, I ain't gonna lie. It was a good show. Bobby Valentino, to me, he did his thing. Pleasure P did a good job. Sammy did. Ray J was terrible.
What is we talking about with Ray J?
Okay, I'm going to pull it up. All right, y'all. So recently with Ray J, this is what happened. So I want y'all to read along. Trans woman claims she slept with singer Ray J and claimed he did not know she was trans. I'm glad we're talking about this because you know what? Me and Cleveland Showtime Holmes talked about transgenders about 5 or 6 months ago, right here on the Hit Show podcast. Okay? Now, and me and him said, hey, if you want to be trans, you want to be gay, be who you want to be. But when you start tricking people out to their sexuality, it should be a crime. You should tell me who you are and then let me decide if I want to deal with you. I think that's only fair because it's illegal to rape somebody.
I was about to say, that's rape, kind of.
It's illegal to drug somebody. If you have sex with a woman, she tells you to stop. If you don't stop, it's rape. But somebody can trick you, not even tell you, and show you who they are. I believe on the driver's license, it should say trans, male, female, trans. You know, just like we have male and female in ours. I think that's only fair because if you do something to a trans person, it's a hate crime. But they can trick you out of sex. I don't believe that's fair. I don't believe it's fair. Now, this is the thing. As many women Ray J done dealt with, he knew she was trans. It does not, I ain't never been with no trans person, but how does it get wet? That's what I want to know. How? Is it a button they push or something before you go in there? I'm saying though. Can somebody leave a comment?
They lube that shit up.
Yeah, but it's still, the lube will dry. Something's not right. I believe these men know these women be trans. All these celebrities getting called out.
They be knowing and
Young
just hoping
Buck.
For the best. They just be like, oh,
Ray J.
Don't say nothing.
Yeah. They just, you know what, we did it and I liked it. I'm going to do it again. I don't know if it's true. It could be a rumor. I just had to talk about it because it's on the internet. That's why I had to talk about it. So tell me what y'all think. Leave a comment, and we're going to get in this Bow Wow Orlando Brown situation. So recently, y'all know Orlando Brown was on Funny Marco's podcast, okay? And he said a few things. Yeah, hold on, y'all. Give me a second. My bad. I don't have the video, but I'm going to play it off YouTube. Give me a second. Make sure y'all leave a comment. Do me a favor. Leave me a comment below about the subjects we talk about. TikTok is booming. Last month, I think we did 60,000 on TikTok. We got skits on there. We got the podcast. We got music on there. So y'all check us out on there, okay? Y'all make sure y'all check us out and follow us everywhere. Give me 1 second. I'm going to pull up this video.
With little Bow Wow.
So I'm going to screen share it, and we're going to get into this video. So my bad, y'all, for not having the full video. It's been a minute since we've been on here. Here it go.
Was on there.
You got a problem with Lil Bow Wow?
I ain't got a problem with Lil Bow Wow. Lil Bow Wow got some bomb ass pussy.
Okay, so there it is. Orlando Brown was doing good. He had joined the church. I believe he got married. Last time I heard him talk, he was speaking at church. He sounded sober, sounded like he wasn't on drugs or any alcohol. And when I watched his interview, I think he got back on drugs.
I don't think so. I think he trolled.
That too.
I think he just
I think it's both.
because he funny I think he really funny.
But what is he trolling for?
Just because he does music, he an actor, he's a comedian, so it's just generating views, monetization for all his videos and what he got going
Yeah,
on.
but that
he a
only
comedian.
work for a couple of days, and then nobody's thinking about
But
it.
he a comedian, so then he got to do the next thing.
I didn't know he was a comedian.
That's where he blew up. He was in That's So Raven, right? Ain't that Orlando Brown from That's So Raven?
Yeah, he's a comedian. I thought he was just an actor.
Well, he
don't do no
was
stand-up.
doing funny shit. I think he did do stand up.
Oh, well, he's a funny dude, whether he doing comedy or not. But that shocked me. Even Funny Marco was like, but this the crazy thing. Not saying nothing bad about Bow Wow, but he didn't deny it. He just said, I ain't got time for this, which to him, like, you know what? I ain't got time for this crap. But, you know, in Hollywood,
that's a lose-lose situation.
They do some weird
Bow
things.
Wow would have denied it. Niggas are like, oh, he guilty because he addressed it. So, yeah.
I think Orlando Brown back on that stuff again. I think he back on drugs. Me honestly. So leave a comment. Let me know what y'all think. And now we doing the hit list. Okay? We back on the hit list. It's been a long time since we did the hit list. And we about to get into it. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna pull this up for y'all. So if we catch you in these shorts, stop thinking because women say, oh, I like them hoochie daddy shorts. Do not put these shorts on in public. They are trying to demasculinize all the black men. We already know Dwayne Wade's sweet. We already know he's sweet. He's sweet as hell. We know he is. That man's extra sweet. Not saying nothing bad about nobody, but just come out and say who you are and live your life. If you're going to do that, go ahead and just tell the truth. That's all I got to say. But we catch you in these shorts. He on the hit list for that, and he ain't getting off. I'm sorry.
That's his zesty outfit.
Now look at this guy. 270 pounds. Now, you know you're suspect if you sitting and your feet ain't even planted on the floor.
No, his feet not dangling. Yes, they is. No.
With his big ass. Happy as hell.
Nigga feet dangling like a mother.
Shorts all in his ass. He on the hit list. I don't know who this is, but you on the hit list. And I got one more on the. Here come another one.
Is you mad because your legs wouldn't look right in them shorts?
No, I'm not putting no hoochie daddy shorts in. I don't know what's wrong with these dudes.
Like SpongeBob.
I don't know what's wrong with these dudes, but stop listening to these women tell y'all this shit look good. It looks terrible.
Crazy. Them literally.
This is worse than the shorts they wore in basketball in the 70s and 80s.
Them was at least loose.
Yeah, absolutely terrible. So them three guys, we putting them on the hit list. I don't even know what to say. But all I got to say, listen, I want y'all to go over to our TikTok. Follow us on there. We got a lot of good stuff. I've been editing a lot of the podcasts that we've done previously over the last year. I'm going to be editing some more stuff. And I'm going to preview you guys one of our skits that we did a while ago. And it was myself, Darius, Cleveland Showtime Holmes. Shout out to Kevin Justice. Kevin Justice was in it. And I'm about to preview it for y'all. Give me 1 second. And make sure y'all get a meal from Chef Darius. All right. So like, share, subscribe. If you're watching here on Facebook, go to YouTube. Make sure y'all subscribe on YouTube. We don't put a lot on YouTube, just a regular podcast. And we do go live on YouTube as well. So make sure y'all check us out on there. We got duets on TikTok. We do the Stitch videos. So we also been networking with people on TikTok, and we getting ready to bring them over actually to the regular podcast. We've been networking with some people over there. Shout out to Cyan the Madman. That's my guy. Make sure y'all check him out. And we're gonna get into this video.
Speakers hooked up.
Yeah.
Well, man, I got a hot date tonight, man. Okay. I heard you. Yeah, absolutely. Came to the right spot. So the whole thing, and shout out to Deluxe. Man, give me the spot, too. Say no more. All right. Hey, bro, we got one out here. We'll be right with you, sir. Okay. Go. I'm going to do the whole thing with Deluxe on this baby. Lay it out. Yes, sir. Yeah, it was about 4 hours. 4 hours? All right. Appreciate you. What's up, baby? What's happening? Yeah, he need to
new tire. You don't need a plate.
Yeah, man.
Ain't no damn need on that tire.
Hey, we're gonna detail them, baby.
I get this side.
Alright, sorry, I'm saying. What the heck, man? This dude's door handle don't even open, man.
There you go. Man, boy, look, he got some kids. He got toys and we got an alien baby. This shit look great.
Man, Burger King.
Oh man, look, he done had him a party. Look, there's panties on him.
You ain't lying, man. They sure did. Look at this shit.
Oh, damn, boy, free.
Big freak.
Man, see what this back looking like.
For the way the front looks, I brought my grabber. I don't know what's in this.
Hey, what he got
This
two
dude got
guys.
panties everywhere, man.
The only normal thing he got is lunch.
This dude got a microphone set, and
Ah,
movie in this job. What that? This dude.
oh, man.
Oh, freaky up.
Yo, what the fuck kind of lunch is he eating, man? This baby oil, soda spray, panties, condom wrappers? What kind of lunch he eating?
This old freaky ass car. He got to pay. That's double, man.
Yeah, you got a screenshot.
We got a trunk, man.
Trunk, man.
Front door ain't work. Back door ain't work. Trunk probably.
Hold on, y'all. My bad. My bad. Let me redo that. Give me 1 second.
What up, man?
Man, I got a hot date tonight, man.
Okay, okay.
Detail, I heard you.
Yeah, absolutely. Came to the right spot. So the whole thing inside out, the deluxe.
Man, give me the spot, you.
Say no more.
All right.
Hey, bro, we got one out there. We'll be right with you, sir.
Okay. Go.
We're gonna do the whole thing. What's the deluxe on this baby? Lay it out. Yes, sir.
Yeah, it was about 4 hours. 4 hours?
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you.
What's up, baby? What happened? Damn, you need a new tire. You don't need a plate.
Yeah, man.
Ain't no damn need on that tire.
Hey, we're gonna detail them, baby.
Ain't no job too big or small, right?
I
I get this side.
Alright, sorry, I'm saying.
Yeah.
What the heck, man? This dude's door handle don't even open, man.
There you go. Man, boy, look, he got some kids. He got toys and we got an alien baby. This shit look great.
Man, Burger King.
Oh man, look, he done had him a party. Look, there's panties on him.
You ain't lying, man. They sure did. Look at this shit.
Oh, damn, boy, free.
Big freak.
Man, see what this back looking like.
For the way the front looks, I brought my grabber. I don't know what's in this.
Damn, what he got
This
two
dude
guys.
got panties everywhere, man.
The only normal thing he got is lunch.
This dude got a microphone set, and
Ah,
movie in this job. What that? This dude.
oh, man.
Oh, freaky up.
Yo,
Man,
what the fuck kind of lunch is he eating, man? This baby oil, soda spray, panties, condom wrappers? What kind of lunch he eating?
this old freaky ass car. You got to pay. That's double, man. We got a trunk, man.
Trunk, man.
Front door ain't work. Back door ain't work. Trunk probably. Man, what the?
What's up, man? Oh, hell no.
Man, what, man?
You put panties on this?
I know this dude was a stone cold, sneak off the freaking floor.
Say the date was tonight, man. He already had it thing. He bought him flowers. I can't believe he's fucking this dog. What? So, man, are you ready? What's going on here?
what we doing his car. The mixtape is gonna be terrible. Fuck you, you lady of the United States.
Alright. Man, I'm glad with that crazy ass out here. Yeah. Hey, freaky dicky.
You know what I'm saying, man? Down to big and small, we do it all.
Right.
All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all for watching. That was one of our skits. Follow us on TikTok, Hit Show Podcast. We're on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitter. Appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all next week.